Salvete, welcome to this video lesson on chapter 28, Capitulum duodecimum, literally chapter 2 from 30th. Periculum maris, the dangers of the sea. Interim medus et Lydia vento secundo per mare imperum navigare pergunt ad fretum siculum. Meanwhile, Medus and Lydia, with a favorable wind, continued to sail, navigare pergunt, through the literally lower sea. That means the Tuscan or Tyrrhenian Sea, southwest of Italy, to the Sicilian Strait, ad fretum siculum. Id est fretum Augustum, that is the narrow strait, quo Sicilia ab Italia disjunguntur, by which Sicily is separated from Italy. Gaudent omnes qui ea nave vehuntur praeter mercatorum, cuius merces necessifut e nave e Llpsi. Everybody is happy, all the people are happy who are carried on that ship, qui ea nave vehuntur, except for the merchant, praeter mercatorum, whose merchandise, cuius merces, it was necessary to throw a Llpsi out of the ship, a nave. Medus vero multum cogitat de verbis Lydiae. Medus, however, but Medus, thinks much about the words of Lydia, et de tempestate quae tam subito cessavit, and about the storm which so suddenly ceased. Postquam Lydia dominum suum invocavit, after Lydia called upon or invoked her Lord. Ut tempestas mare tranquillum turbavit, as the storm disturbed the tranquil sea, ita verba Lydiae animum medi turbaverunt, so the words of Lydia disturbed the mind of Medus. Nice simile there. Ut is common for as or like in similes. Sometimes you get ita ut or sic ut, velut, something like that. And they all basically mean as, just as, or something like that. All right. Lydia amicum suum colorem mutavisse animadvertit. Lydia notices animadvertit that her boyfriend, amicum suum, has changed his color. Sort of the look of his, complexion, right? And she says, inquit, quid pales? What are you pale for? Why are you pale? Utrum agrotas anteritus es. Is it that you are sick, agrotas, or are you scared, teritus es? Notice the utrum on makes a two-part question. So the utrum introduces the first part of the question, and then each time you want to add an alternative, or this, or this, or this, you would just put the on in right before that. So you could put any number of ons if you wanted to keep giving other alternatives. Are you sick? Are you frightened? Are you, an alien? Whatever you want to add as an alternative. And then Medus says, inquit Medus, non agroto, I am not sick. Corpus quidem sanum est mihi, body indeed is healthy for me. We would just say, I am healthy, or my body is healthy, but the mihi is literally a dative in Latin. For me there is, meaning I have a healthy body. Animus vero turbatus, but my mind disturbed, upset. Quis est ille dominus tuus, qui mare et venti obodire videntur? Who is that Lord of yours, that master of yours, whom the sea and the winds seem to obey? So he's really freaked out by this. Lydia says, non meus tantum, sed omnium hominum est dominus. He's not mine alone, but he is the Lord or master of all people. Et Romanorum, et Graecorum, et Barbarorum, both of Romans and of Greeks and of barbarians. Medus says, utrum homo an deus est. Here's the two-part question again. Is he a human, homo, or is he a god, deus? Lydia responds, Christus est Dei filius. Christ is the Son of God, qui homo factus est, who was made man, or a man. You could also say, who became a man. In opedo Bethlehem natus est. He was born in the town Bethlehem, in Judea, patria Judaeorum, the homeland of the Jews. Quae inter Syriam et Aegyptum sita est, which is located between Syria and Egypt. Eo venerunt reges. To that place came kings, qui stella meus viderat in oriente, who had seen, viderat, his star in the east. Et invenerunt purum cum Maria, matre eius, and they found the boy with Maria, or Mary, as we know her in English, his mother, et adoraverunt eum velut Deum, and they adored or worshipped him as a god. Postea, afterwards, Christus ipse plane demonstravit, Christ himself plainly showed, se esse filium Dei, that he was the Son of God. Nam discipulos docebat, for he taught his students, or as we often call them, disciples, quorum magna turba eum sequibatur, of whom a great crowd was following him, or a great crowd of which was following him, meaning of disciples. Now, note that the word disciple in English comes from discipulus, which just means student in Latin. Aegros sanabat, he was curing the sick. All right, and then Meta says, omnis medicus id facit, every doctor does that. Lydia says, qui medicus verbi solis potes facere, ut homines caeci videant, surdi audiant, muti loquantur, claudi ambulent. Whole sequence of subjunctive verbs in this ut clause. What doctor, qui medicus, with his words alone, verbi solis, is able to make it happen, potest facere. And then we get that clause, make it happen that blind people see, so notice videant, your first present subjunctive there, that deaf people, surdi, hear, and audience, your second subjunctive, muti, mute people, speak, loquantur, again present subjunctive, and then cloudy, lame people, walk. Right, then Meta says, potestne dominus tuus haec facere, is your master, your Lord, able to do these things? And Lydia says, profecto potest, he absolutely can. In Judea, Jesus non solum faciebat. In Judea, Jesus not only made it happen, ut caeci viderent, that the blind see, surdi audirent, the deaf hear, muti loquerentur, the mute speak, verum etiam verbis efficiebat, but he even effected or brought it about with his words, ut mortui surgerent et ambularent, that the dead get up and walk around. Ex universa Judea, homines agri, from all of Judea, sick people, qui famam de factis eius mirabilibus adiuerant, who had heard the report about his wonderful deeds, ad eum conveniebat, came to him. Postremotamen, at last, still, Jesus Christus ab improbis hominibus necatus est, Jesus Christ was killed, necatus est, by wicked people. Then Meta says, quid, what? Non vivit Dominus tuus, your master, your Lord, is not alive, is not living. And then Lydia says, imo vero vivit. No, indeed, but he lives. Nam tertio die, Jesus surrexit, a mortuis, for on the third day, Jesus arose or got up from the dead, et quadragesimo die, and on the 40th day, post, after that, in other words, 40 days later, in caelum ascendit, He ascended into the sky or into the heaven. Immortalis est filius Dei, sicut pater eius. The Son of God is immortal just as his Father. Deus vivus, the living God. Homines mortales nascuntur ac moriuntur. Mortal humans or mortal people are born, nascuntur, and die, moriuntur. Deus immortalis semper vivit. The immortal God always lives. Sed ipsa male naro. But I myself am telling it badly. Ex hoc libello recitabo tibi aliquid. From this little book, I will read aloud, recitabo, something to you. Lydia libellum quim ad hoc intra vestem occultavit, promet, et medo ostendit. Lydia takes out, promet, the book which, or the little book which, she hid up till that point inside of her clothes, and she shows it to Medus. Qui manum extendens libellum apprehendit, who, extending his hand, grabs the book, and he says, inquit, Qui liberis iste? What is this book of yours? So iste is a little bit like ille, which means that, but it often, instead of just that, you can say that one of yours. So what is that book of yours? Or this book of yours, you could also say. And Lydia says, Scriptus est a quodam Judaeo. It was written by a certain Jew, nomine Matteo, by the name of Matthew, qui simul cum Christo vixit, who lived together with Christ, et discipulus eius fuit, and was his student or his disciple. In hoc libro Matthäus, in this book Matthew, qui suis oculis auribusque Dominum nostrum viderat et audiverat, who had seen, viderat, and had heard, audiverat, our Lord, Dominum nostrum, with his own eyes, suis oculis, and ears, auribusque, dicta et facta eius memorat, relates or recalls his sayings or his words and his deeds. Right, well that concludes section 1 of this story, and we will pick up at section 2 in another video lesson. Hope you learned a few things. Alete.